Castillo. In a day which saw Peru's president attempt to dissolve Congress to avoid impeachment that sparked the mass resignation of government officials in protest, has ended with Pedro Castillo ousted from power under arrest, the country's first female president sworn into office. Supporters of President Castillo faced off against riot police as this tense drama unfolded in the capital. Prosecutors accused Castillo of leading a criminal organisation, profiting from government contracts awarded to family and friends. And just hours before an impeachment vote, Wednesday he attempted to stage what many have described as a coup by trying to install an emergency government and rule by decree. The country's top court declared the move unconstitutional. The armed forces and police refused to support him. And by day's end, Castillo had been impeached, taken into custody for the alleged crime of rebellion. His vice president, Dina Boluarte, is now Peru's sixth head of state in just 5 years. Reporter Stefano Pozzomon joins us now live from Bogota with the very latest on this. So is this now over, or is this just the beginning of a political crisis?
I think, John, we could say that this is just a new chapter in a cycle of political crises that have happened in Peru for at least 5 years. Boluarte, the first woman to hold the office, is actually the sixth president in less than 5 years. Most of her recent predecessors did not complete their mandate. Two have been removed from office by Congress action. You can understand what is her priority if you listen what she said in her very first day in her possession speech. Take a listen.
Solicito una tregua.
I ask for a political truce to install a national unity government. This high responsibility calls upon us all. I am not asking for my government to be immune from scrutiny. What I am asking is time.
What he's asking is time. It's probably because, just as I said, like most of her predecessors lasted less than a year in office. Among Castillo himself lasted a mere 14, 15 months after being sworn in at the end of July last year and facing already two congressional votes for impeaching him, and then resulted to this dramatic last-minute gamble of dismantling Congress and calling for early election completely against the Constitution to avoid yet another vote.